So, morning, good afternoon, good evening. So, this is a synthesis of which is the compilation of my thoughts and the things that I absorb and digest from the three great works that was discussed during the class. So, before we start, I would like to introduce myself. My name is An Jung Won. I'm 25 years old, and my hobby is to read and watch movies and books, novels. So my favorite movie is Interstellar, directed by Christopher Nolan. And the reason why is that the movie, the theme is about space and black hole. Um, they deal with one thing that like they deal with the one thing that I remember is Murphy's law. Like the daughter's name is Murphy, and the meaning into it would be anything that can go wrong will go wrong. So, so the things that's meant to happen will always happen. So the way the director expressed this was quite amazing. The music, the graphic, the hidden meanings. Well, it made me feel excited, and then uh, made me after the movie. It made me feel like to think about it like for one day. So my favorite book is Demian by Herman Hesse, and the way Sinclair were developed and the was affected by Demian, it opened my perspective on what is good, what is bad. So what is good and what is bad? That really came as a big thing to me. So to move on to the next. So first thing, we will start with the Himala. So three takeaways from Himala. So first thing, I would like to say is that everything started with life. Um, what? So we have to think of what is life. Why did she lie? What happened? What happened after she lied? So, as I told a while ago, is it good? It was if the lie was in a good way, goodwill, or in a bad will, we have to think about it. Maybe she really had thought. I mean, she really met Virgin Mary. However, um, people believed it, and then really a big thing came after her lie. So a small lie, a big lie, a medium lie, and then it became a big thing. So even though she confessed that it was not true, um, people did not believe, and then and the sun really attacked her and then made her dead. So everything started with a small lie and then a big thing. So that's the one takeaway for me. And the next thing is religion. So as it started with a lie and it became a faith. So first there were followers of her, and then the group became bigger and bigger, and even the village started a business like having making Kupang as a tourist spot, and then it made me feel like how can religion go worst? So so it made me feel like if a person believes in one thing, as in he doesn't have chance to see other things, he just believes just one thing, it makes him go mad. So in my personal perspective, the it should be balanced. The religion and my life and a person's life should be balanced. we can see these extreme cases in like in some Islam terroristic attack. They really focus in one thing, like, and they really believe, I don't know to them, but they really believe that they will going to go to heaven if they will sacrifice themselves, and then they will if they attack um innocent people. So, so it actually opened and it closed also my perspective towards religion. So that's my second takeaway. The third is a miracle, which is the also title of the movie. And then, so we have to think about what is miracle. Maybe for the people of Kupang, where the land were so dry, and then for them, a miracle was rain after Elsa's death. But for me, and in my perspective, which I got from the movie, um, miracle is the is all different to different people. Like some people, people in Kupang will say the rain is miracle. Some people, beside Elsa, will say her healing is a miracle. And but I believe miracle is something that we are making. Like it's not just happening, just like miracle. It is just thing that we are making it. Rain, the Carrera, natural things like rain, snow. So it's all different to different people. So it may mix up of what a miracle is. So we go to next movie. So my three to this movie, Manila sa mga grupo ng liwanag. Um, this is my favorite movie. So my first three takeaways would be um close of light. So the English version will be Manila in the close of light. So the first thing that movie shows is fancy buildings. People are rich. They have fancy cars. They always party. Um, this thing I can still see this kind of close of light if I go to BGC, Makati, and some rich places. Um, in the in that time, it was quite a very fast. It became very fancy. I mean, the director showed the fanciness of Manila, where during the Marcos period, and they were building a theater. It showed the fancy life of that time. So so for the people who lived in the province, well, they had the fantasy of Manila. They had the Manila dream. So they go to Manila for their to make their dreams true. However, they do not know that under the light of clouds, there is a blood, there's tears, there's corruption and everything, all social problems underneath under the light of clouds. So I chose this as a one of the three takeaways. So the second is reality. Um, as a innocent man, Julio loves Ligaya, and then he decided to go to Manila to find his love, and then this innocent man survives himself from the crimes, corruption, and he's facing prostitution, the unfairity, and then the society under the clouds of the night. So when he found out that Ligaya was in prostitution, and people in the Manila are like lying to him. They get everything from him. So it finds very hard for an innocent man like Julio to you know receive, I mean, feel the reality of the Manila under the close of lights. For the next is adaptation. So as Julio faces the challenges from Manila, his face expression goes hopeless and hopeless and hopeless. And then as he doesn't know that he's adapting to the environment. However, he doesn't know even if he doesn't know he's adapting to society. So as he adapted to a new environment place, the fire inside Julio's heart to find the Ligaya, his love, was like pouring water into a fire, and it just disappeared, and he became a cold-hearted person. And then society, it shows a society that's really really hard to adapt until now. So so his decision to make a um, revenge was that he already knew that nothing's going to change. Even if he succeeded to revenge or he did not do anything, but he knew that nothing will change. But he still made a decision. And um, the scene where the innocent guy becomes a madman killing person, the process of it was very expressed very well. So I took this as one of the three takeaways. The next be the blindness. So I'm going to discuss the three takeaways from blindness. The first would be judgment. As people go blind, um, the normal people, they judge people by their looks, like their outside looks. But when the sight sickness came, uh, the sense, the sight is closed. So they depend on other senses like voice and the touch. So they, when they meet a new people, rather than to see them, they judge people in other senses. So as people go blind, they do not care about the looks. They are taking their poop everywhere, and they take clothes because they do not know people are watching over them. So as the judgment, as the way of judgment differs, it made me think of how people nowadays are obsessed with how other people look at themselves. So the important thing is that how I look at myself and how it's not how others will think of myself. So it made me feel that people should listen to our own voices and really have to communicate. So the next would be selfishness. So it happened really. It usually happen in chaos. The people's selfishness are expressed in the circumstances of chaos. Like one example would be gangs. Um, the gangs in the movie, they had a person like who were blind from the birth, so they have the advantage of like adapting to a new environment better because he helped. But um, with weapons, they act violence. They ask for sex. With food, they trade it, and then uh, the selfness. Oh my God. The people go. A person got blind, and then someone just acted way like he will help him, and then as he goes to the hospital, he just go into he hop onto the car, and then he steals it. So this movie showed that all persons have selfishness inside us. So one thing more that's that um, since other people can see me, I'm controlled from them. Like since the CCTV is watching, I cannot steal, I cannot kill because other people are watching. So this movie showed like since I cannot see, you cannot see, everyone cannot see, so nothing is controlled. So everything happened. So that's selfishness. That could be a sacrifice. As the author's wife can see, she helped others. Like from one sacrifice, the group were able to escape from the hard hard. I mean, like the scenes of the problems. Um, so from this, we have to think where this hero, if you really wanted to be a hero, um, we have to think: is it from the love? Is it because she loved her husband so well, or it was a must because she's the only one can see? So it made me think of like how would I do if I was in the same shoes? What would I choose? So it made me think something like that. So that's the sacrifice. And the last would be the three takeaways from this course, great work. The first would be social problems. There are various social issues like environment, poverty, gender issue, peer pressure and discrimination, everything in the Greek word. However, however, it made me see in a different perspective the three movies in this class. Actually, in my thought, we are not facing these issues, and we're not we don't feel like to face this issue because it makes us a headache. We cannot feel them. But um, I believe that these issues are really, really close and near us. It is just that we did not see it. So from this subject, I realized that I am the one who are willing to look at and find these social issues, not the issues showing it to me. Rather, I am the one who's going to search and find like how is the poverty, why is poverty happening, why is gender issue coming, why is pandemic going on. So um I realized that people have different thoughts, and for example, like slavery, like even 100 years ago, the slavery was a normal thing, and like it was not crazy to have a slave. For now, people will think that it's crazy to have slavery, like men and women, they cannot have a meal together. There's this discrimination. We did not know that time if it was discrimination. We didn't know. Until now, the social issues remains, but we tend to do not look at them. But from this class, I was able to see them and find them. Like I had a, I had some kind of look into the social issues. The next would be human problems. Like personal problems, like in the future, what would I be? What would I make money? What will I do for my family members? How will I feed them? Um, it makes there are a lot of human problems. But if I look at these three movies, what would I do if I was their situation? Like all these heroes have different thoughts and they choose a different choices. Like for Julio, he decided to have revenge even though he knew that nothing was going to change. Elsa revealed that she had a lie, even though she knew that people are crazy. and the white doctor's wife choose to self sacrifice to other people. So it made me think of it. So the different perspectives opened my eyes and gained more it developed my mind, and it will also make me have a better decision. So in fact, the more Greek work to watch, it's better. So that's the second. The third will be social transformation. So it's we have to move rather than just looking at it. Okay, okay, there's a problem. Okay, rather than doing that, we have to move. Um, so we didn't know because we didn't see the social issues. We ignored it. But for now, I could see them, I could hear them, I find them. So rather than to just think about it and just doing nothing, I have to think about solutions. Um, like in a hot issues like gender issue and discrimination, which these social issues that did not solve yet, we have to participate in this solving these problems to make our society better. So the next will be the conclusion. So for me, it was quite meaningful because it actually forced us to watch this movie. It's, it's a great movie. However, people tend to watch and do things that they want to. Like if I like comedy movies, I only tend to watch comedy movies rather than the movies that deals with the serious social issues like that. And then it made me think like, okay, okay, it happened. Okay, it's in the movie. Not like that, but rather these problems in the movie, it actually exists in a real world, and it's really happening near us. So as we know it now, as of now, so I believe that we have to think of solutions so that we can make our society better, so we can make a society transformation. So that's all. Thank you so much for listening. This ends my synthesis.